If your pipeline feels harder than it should be, and you can't quite put your finger on why, the answer is almost always positioning. Not the product, not the price, the story. This is the Positioning Intelligence Sprint from Narrative Ops. A 10-day sprint that gives you a sharp, buyer-tested position and the tools to use it across your website, your outbound, and your sales calls. Stop sounding like the category. Start being the only obvious choice. Here's what I hear all the time from founders. We had a great call. They said they'd think about it, and then nothing. We keep losing to competitors who aren't actually better. Our price keeps coming up as an objection, even when we're not the most expensive. These aren't sales problems, they're positioning problems. When buyers can't see a clear reason to choose you over someone who looks similar, they default to the safest option, or the cheapest one. And here's the hard truth. If you sound like the category, you get priced like it. Every one of these symptoms has the same root cause, and that's what this sprint fixes. So what exactly is the Positioning Intelligence Sprint? It's a 10-day fixed scope engagement. You get 4 deliverables, a positioning statement and wedge, a proof map that ties your claims to real evidence, 5 homepage headline options, and 3 outbound angles for cold outreach. Everything you need to stop sounding generic and start converting. What makes it different from a typical messaging project? It's evidence first. Every claim needs proof before it goes in the deliverable. It's buyer-informed, built from what real buyers say, not internal assumptions. And everything is deployment ready. The headlines go straight to your homepage. The angles go straight to your sequences. No 40-page strategy document. Just tools you can use the day we hand them over. Let me walk you through the 4 deliverables in a bit more detail. First, your positioning statement and wedge. This is the strategic foundation, a specific defensible position that separates you clearly from competitors who look similar on the surface. Not a tagline, an actual strategic anchor. Second, your proof map. Every claim your business makes, tied to concrete evidence. Case studies, metrics, testimonials, structured so buyers believe you, not just hear you. Third, 5 homepage headline options, each one written around a different buyer angle or pain point. You pick the one that resonates, test a few if you want, or use them across different segments. And fourth, 3 outbound angles, ready to drop into your cold email sequences. Each one opens with a different pain point so you can find what lands fastest with your market. All 4 deliverables in your hands by day 10. Here's how the 10 days are structured. Days 1 and 2, discovery and intake. We go deep on your product, your buyers, your competitors, and your current messaging. We review your deck, your site, and any existing customer data. Days 3 to 5, research and analysis. We audit the competitive landscape, map win and loss patterns, and extract the actual language your buyers use, from reviews, calls, and interviews. Days 6 to 8, we build the positioning. We draft the statement, the wedge, and the proof map. You get a first review and your feedback gets incorporated before final delivery. Days 9 and 10, final outputs and handover. You receive all 4 deliverables plus a live walkthrough session so everything is clear and ready to deploy. 10 days, structured, no fluff. This sprint is built for a specific type of founder. You're losing deals you should be winning. And the reason isn't price, it's that your story isn't sharp enough. Your sales calls feel inconsistent. Different reps, or even you, tell a different version of the story every time. Your website gets traffic, but not demos. People arrive, read a bit, and leave. You're heading into a funding round or a major pitch, and you need your narrative to be tight and investor ready. You're launching into a new market, and you want to get positioning right before you spend budget on campaigns. Or your team is telling 3 different stories, and none of them are quite right. If any of those landed, this sprint is for you. Here's what actually changes once the sprint is done. Your whole team, sales, marketing, and the founder, tells the same story, consistently, confidently, without improvising. Buyers understand why you're different faster, which means they move through the funnel faster. Price resistance drops. When value is specific and tied to evidence, cost becomes a smaller part of the conversation. And every marketing dollar you spend starts working harder, because the message underneath it is precise and differentiated. Positioning done right doesn't just fix one thing, it compounds across everything. You have 2 ways to engage. The light version is a fixed scope, 10-day sprint. You get the 4 core deliverables: positioning statement, proof map, homepage headlines, and outbound angles, ready to implement the day you receive them. It's best when you know the bottleneck and you want the fix fast. The full version goes deeper. We run more buyer interviews, map multiple ICPs, do more iterations, and include additional support like sales deck restructuring or a team messaging workshop. It's built for when multiple systems need rebuilding at once. If you're not sure which is right for you, the best starting point is a free teardown. We'll look at where you are and recommend the right engagement based on your actual situation. No commitment, just clarity. A quick word on why Narrative Ops for this work. We've done positioning across 12 industries and 30 plus founders: SaaS, health tech, fintech, analytics, impact investing. That breadth matters because positioning needs to be calibrated to how buyers in your specific market actually think. Our framework is evidence-led. Every claim must be tied to proof before it goes in the deliverable. No, we feel like this should resonate positioning. You work directly with a senior marketer, not a junior team. No account managers in between. And we operate across UK, India, and US markets, so we understand how positioning needs to flex for different buyer cultures. We build things you can use, not things you file. If your positioning isn't creating the pipeline you know it should, let's fix it. The best first step is a free teardown. We'll look at your story, your site, and your outbound, and give you the 5 highest leverage fixes, clearly prioritized. No commitment, no pitch. Just an honest view of where your positioning is leaking and what to do about it. You can request yours at narrativeops.com/positioningintelligence-sprint or drop us a line at hello@narrativeops.com. Stop sounding like everyone else. Let's make you the only obvious choice.